Hello, everyone. My name is Belinda, and today we have a very special guest for our video interview. His name is Yuri. He will present himself in a little bit. He's an entrepreneur with a lot of ideas floating around, and I'm so happy to meet him today. And for this, let's say hello to Yuri. How are you doing, Yuri?
Hello, Belly. Hello, everyone who watched this video. Yeah, I'm totally fine and I'm really happy to be here. So, I'm an entrepreneur, I would say, my entire life. I've been trying to launch different businesses for years. My main business right now is a Bit Adventure, a software development studio. We help entrepreneurs to build solutions to run their startups. Also, we work with a small and medium business. Besides that, I'm constantly looking and validating new business ideas.
Yes, amazing. So ideas is one of the main parts of a business, right? So everyone is looking for ideas. A lot of people have ideas. What would you say is the most important part to get started with a business?
The first and the most important part of starting the business is finding a proper idea, because a lot of people have passion, energy, and will to run their business, but they have no clue where to start. So I hope that we will, cover and discover this topic today for such people.
Yes, nice. Because idea building is such a huge process, right? There are several phases in it, a lot of things to think about, so to say. And at the beginning, it all starts with an idea in mind. Fun fact, I looked up the definition of an idea. So I have two definitions here that would be quite funny for the audience to hear. I will just read them out in a second. If I asked you, Yuri, what is an idea in one sentence without too many commas and just one full stop, then how would you define an idea in one sentence?
Idea is a thought.
Idea is a thought. Wow, you're even better than the definitions in the internet. Definitions in the internet I found was, for example, an idea is a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. This was a definition taken by found on Google, which I liked very much because it links the mental thought to an action already, right? So this is the idea also for business to put it into action in the end. And then, of course, as there's so much AI around, ChatGPT, what did ChatGPT say? It said, at least the first sentence, because then it wrote a lot of more things. But the first sentence was, an idea is a mental representation. So yes, plan, concept formed by the mind. So true, it's a mental idea that is there first before it goes into action. And from here, from all the things, if I say, hey, I'm a founder, I have a rough idea in my head of what I want to do, but maybe I'm not sure if this is already my business idea and I want to look for more ideas. What would you suggest to me if I was a founder and still in the ideation phase?
Yeah, for the people who are looking for idea to start with and try to build a business, I would suggest firstly to start from themselves, from their inside, because you and yourself, especially if you're young founder, you usually have a full-time job, so your resources are limited and you don't have partners, you don't have employees or something. So you are your main asset and you should know yourself as best as possible. So I would suggest to think, you just sit down and do a kind of brainstorm. There are plenty techniques. So the first one, which I really like, is you sit and write down all your strengths or what you like and what people ask you to help with. And usually at intersection of all these points, you already can find a plenty of ideas to start with, because you will be your company. So what you can do, your company will do. So and
Nice.
yeah, that's why actually I came up with running a software development studio, because I found my first job as a software developer, and then I started to freelancer in parallel. And then, I just did the job good. My clients start to return to me or recommend me to their friends and partners. And this is how my business started to grow. So usually a good business idea, I mean, not even a business idea, because we will cover it later, a good idea should be natural for you. So if you are a software developer, it would be really hard for you to go to e-commerce, for example, or to, I don't know, pharmaceutical business domain. So start with what you can. And the other point is you can write down also what you hate, what you don't like, what
That's a good one.
what
This would be
makes you
very easy for a lot of people.
yes. What makes you suffer each day, what you want to change in your life or in your work, etc. And all these points will be a potential issues you can find a solution for. If you will find a solution that will work for you, which you will enjoy, you can realize that there are a lot of people with the same problems, and it's possible that they will be ready to pay you for this solution. So that's
Ah,
the direction.
nice approach. So you focus very much on the strengths, right, of the own person, listening to yourself. Okay, what comes up first? Then you have also the negative ones, like, okay, what don't I like at all, to take this into consideration, because then you also see, okay, what might be other people maybe struggling with, and also what you want to have solved, for example. Are there any techniques, methods, or something that you have in mind? You said, okay, writing down ideas is one thing. Any other methods that you would recommend people so that they can, brainstorm
Well,
their
I,
ideas?
I would say that this is a good start. The only thing that I would like to add that both of these techniques are based on the same principle, which says that you should be passionate about what you do. Either you love it or you hate what you fight for against. And if you don't have passion about what you do, you will lose your motivation very fast. So you
Mm.
won't end up with any result. You should feel something about what you're doing or which business you're gonna build, even if it doesn't really matter you love or hate it, because anyway you will love it then, because you will find a solution, you will see that you help people, and you will enjoy it.
The moment you see that it has impact, right, you will see that, it's not only an idea in the mind, it's an idea that really works. What would you say is for you the difference between just having an idea and a business idea?
Well, I would say that developing a business idea is the next step after you found an idea you like. So the difference in general is that idea, as we discussed, is a thought that leads to action, whatever. But business idea is a plan, a direct plan, a list of steps, what you should do in which order to get business at the end.
Yeah,
So
nice.
yeah,
I I think a lot of people struggle exactly there, right? They think, okay, how do I know? How do I know if it's not just an idea randomly floating around my mind, but that it is actually a business idea? Any hints, suggestions there?
Yep, sure. So firstly, if something flows, you should catch this idea and then think about it in more details, because idea itself is nothing, because you should be able to implement it. And the way you implement this idea is actually a plan and a business idea.
Mm.
You should think about more details, like, for example, okay, I found the solution for this problem. How am I gonna
Ah,
sell it?
okay.
To
Yeah.
whom am I gonna sell it? Who are my competitors? Which resources I need to implement the first version of product or service, and etc. etc. And there are a lot of techniques. I would personally like brainstorm again, because it's always works. Also, this SWOT analysis to write down the most necessary parts of your plan. And
Mm.
also, I would recommend Lean Canvas, because it will help you to structure more or less all parts of your plan. Because it will help you to answer on all these questions, like what's my value proposition, who is my customer, how I gonna reach them, are they ready to pay for me, and more other questions. And I suggest to make a big print, put it on the
Big
wall.
one, big one.
Yes, and
A3,
add
bigger than
stickers.
that.
Yes, and add stickers there, because while you test your idea, we'll cover it later, but anyway, your answers to these questions will change, because
Mm.
yeah, you never know where you will come up, where you will end up with your business idea on the beginning, because you should be adaptive.
Nice one. Yeah, definitely. Taking the ideas down that you have first, and then while you go through all the phases, you will certainly adapt your initial canvas. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's imagine I've done the canvas. There are a lot of questions to fill out, so I assume it takes some time. Would you fill out the canvas on your own, or would you already in this phase connect with people?
Well, you always connect with people, even on the
That's
stage.
even better.
Yes, even on the first stage, where you try to find an idea, because you should constantly explore the world around you, find a new knowledge, meet new people, ask them any questions you want to find answer, or these new connections will lead you to unexpected partnerships. For example, like we met on a random network event, and right
Yeah,
now
true.
we're shooting this interview. So you never
So
know
true.
what yeah, you never know what life is preparing for you, but you should be prepared, you know.
Yeah, be prepared for the unexpected.
And
Yeah,
yeah, and
so true.
getting back to this canvas, for example, to answer on, I would say, the most one of the most important questions, like for example, who your client, you should make an assumption, like, okay, for example, these people are my clients, and then the next step, you're going to these people, ask them, and try to realize, are they your real clients or not? Or for example, one other point is like key partnerships on this lean canvas. So you should
Mm.
go and try to find some partners and check, will they work for you, are they interested in you, and etc. So
Ah, yeah.
you know, constantly interact with the world around you, and then you feel this canvas based on the results, not on base your thoughts. You can put there your assumptions, but you should test them, because
Mm.
assumptions are nothing. You can guess. I think there are people who, you know, are lucky enough, but
Guess very well.
I never buy lottery tickets, because I don't believe in that I'm lucky enough. But I build my luck myself, because I speak with people a lot. I go to a lot of countries, and to yeah, try to find something interesting, and something what I will be passionate about. So that's
Mm.
it. And even if your idea is wrong, even if your assumption is wrong, you can always put more and more in this, you know, endless loop.
Yeah, endless
Even
loop
if
of
you
this
find the successful
testing
one,
phase.
you why should you stop? Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah, there's so many things about the testing phase, right? So as you say, it's okay, write the target group down, then get into connection with this target group. As you say, also traveling, meeting people, whatever it needs, whatever also you want to test, just do it. Would you give any recommendation, or yeah, have you any hint on how many, like for example, a smart goal, okay, go to this many people or to this many places? Do you have any, yeah, target in numbers where you say, hey, do at first this, reach out to this and that amount of people? How would you go about this?
Well, I would say that the most important point is that you should no pressure yourself, because all people has their own like limitations in time, resources, money, and etc. And you should just do what you want in a way you like it. So the most important part is you should like the process, because people who are goal oriented, it's good to be goal oriented, but when you not achieve your goal, what you have, what left? Actually, nothing. But if you enjoy your journey, if you think about it as an adventure, you still have this journey. And usually, even if you read some adventure books or stuff, main character end up not at the place that he planned, because life is like this. So you just need to do something, and that's it. If you can, you go, I don't know, on a networking event each week, or meet new people each day, or if you are busy with work, you have family and I don't know, hobbies and stuff, you can just go time to time to some networking event in your town, and that will be enough. This is a good start. And then
Yeah.
yeah,
Meet new
just
people, yeah, make connections, get surprised by life. Always, yeah, brings new ideas in, and also the unexpected part, right? Yes, things that you might not have thought about on your own. So this makes the journey exciting in the end. All right, so this is about finding ideas and also surprises on the journey. Let's say I've tested enough, so no matter the number, but I went out there, I yeah tested things. How do I then go to the next phase? How do I really validate things that I have tested?
yeah. So after you know filled your canvas or prepared a kind of plan, what you're gonna do to build your business, the next step usually is a validation. So you need to realize which minimum viable product, it calls MVP, you should
Hmm.
have. It even doesn't matter you're trying to sell product or service.
Or
uh,
service. Yeah.
yeah, so you should realize which minimum you should have. Actually, you will understand it after filling the canvas, and then you should go and test it in real world. So you should try to reach your market, your target audience. Usually, I would say that it means that you just go open any no-code platform and create a landing page. It will take
Mm.
you few evenings. You know, it will cost you almost nothing except your time. Your time costs too, but your main asset, so you can invest it. And
You have it just once, but at least it doesn't cost you anything.
yeah, yeah. And after that, you usually try to create some ads and run them. We are talking about B2C. If we are talking about B2B, it's a bit more complicated. So you should
Mm.
try to contact decision makers in companies you want to sell something to, do some cold calls, cold emails, and etc. And your goal at this step is to build a funnel and to measure your conversion rate. And this
Okay,
will,
conversion rate at this point in time for you is a sale, or how would you measure it for a start?
it depends on the project, or is it a product or service? It can be sales, and you're like lucky enough to sell something at validation step, but it's
Yes.
really depends on your product. Like for example, if you sell socks, which cost few bucks, it's much
Mm.
easier to sell them than any service for B2B company. But if we are talking about like B2B services, you can try to do freelance and try to reach your first clients there. So, and about this rates, I mean this analytics. You should get some numbers
Mm.
because yeah. So like for example, I spent $300 on ads, on meta ads, and I don't know, I got this amount of visitors. From this amount of visitors, some part click I want to buy, some of them, you know, go to the cart, blah blah blah. And then you try to understand, analyze these results, how you can improve them, are they actually, you know, like make sense, because you can realize that you spend this $300 and no one even interested in your product, and you should at this point understand what's wrong.
Mm.
And you can realize that your idea is wrong. Like for example, an example from my life, when I tried to start my first startup, it was it had a pretty good idea. It was like 2018, and I was in a bar with my friend. It was Friday, the bar was crowded, and we've been waiting for even for a waiter to take our order for a half of an hour. And while we are waiting, we were both software engineers, and we started to discuss why should we wait, blah blah blah. It's 21st century. Why can't I order something through my phone? So at this point, everything is good. This idea is pretty natural. We had an issue, we hated it, and we tried to find a solution. Then we realized,
Mm.
okay, maybe we will build this software and try to sell it to the restaurants. And then we started to do it, but we did the first mistake. When you validate your idea, you should do it as fast as possible and as cheap as possible. As cheap as possible because you have no money and you don't need, you shouldn't spend money before making sure that you will get something in return. So try to spend less money as possible. The second part is about time framing. You should do it fast. Ideally, you should do all the cycle in 1 month, but maybe 2 months, 3 months is fine too. Because
Okay.
while you doing this stuff for months without any results, you lose motivation. You start asking myself, why should I spend time on it? I don't get anything in return. So you should move
Mm.
fast. And also, world is fast. You should adapt. I
Oh.
don't think that it's a case, but sometimes it's a case when you started your developing your idea, spend I don't know half of a year, and then realize that you lost the moment.
Yeah,
That,
definitely. And this is what happened to
yeah.
you then? The money
No,
and
no,
the
no, no,
time
no, no,
for the
no.
first
I
idea?
will, I will
Not for
continue.
this one.
So
Yeah, let us know.
yeah, we did both mistakes at the same time. I, fallen in love with the product that we're gonna build. That I started to imagine how built it will be, how many features we will have, how restaurants and users will like it. And I
So
thought,
passion,
okay, we
yes.
need to see this. Yeah, yeah. You should like your product, but not fall in love because
Mm,
when you fall in love, you stop being rational. You should be honest with yourself and with your product.
and
If
with the product.
product is bad, you
Yeah.
say, okay, product, you're bad. Sorry, not today. And
Next
yeah, and
one.
move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did both mistakes. So fell in love with the product. I developed it really nice, a lot of features, blah blah blah. Then we spent something around I don't know 4 or 5 months to develop it, and of course it costs
Mhm.
quite a lot because we spent time of my employees, and they should be paid. So we spent money quite a lot because of this product was so huge and complex. We also faced with an issue that we had bugs that we realized that when we started to try to sell it, that's the third mistake we made. Firstly, you try to sell, then you build a product or develop a service because selling is the most important part. Because if you're a good seller, you can sell even a bad product or service. And imagine
Mm,
what you can do if you have a good product and good service. You will be, yeah,
twice
successful
the win.
100%. And
Yeah.
yeah, and we built this product more or less, and then we tried to reach some potential clients. And then we faced that the Horeca industry that we tried to reach, we were not into it. We were software developers. And big managers and owners of restaurants said, "Oh, come on, boys. We've been doing this ordering by waiters for years, for 10, 20 years. Why should we use your product? No, 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 no. Our
Oh, change management
people,
for customers.
yeah,
Nice.
our people like when they are served by waiters, by students who are, change job in 2 weeks. Yeah, awesome service.
How did you manage to turn this around? Did you like first there's the behavior of the customers, right? And then also like your direction, you have experienced the failure already, or if you depends, right? But how did you continue then once you noticed all this?
Yeah, so once you noticed these issues, we tried to analyze and find solutions, what we can do. We tried to, we understood that this HoReCa industry is not an industry which you can enter from a street. So we tried to
Ah.
find some partners. We tried to network to find some people connected to this HoReCa industry somehow. Like for
Mm.
example, we tried to find some vendors who sell some equipment for restaurants, who sell some products. We tried to made a partnership with Živit's company. It's like it's a sub brand of Heineken in Poland,
Mm.
and tried like, okay, maybe you will promote our application among your clients and we will put your logo there or anything else.
Ah,
But we
nice.
Yeah. So we try to find workarounds. When you face with something, don't give up. Try to think how you can manage it. And also there is like a concept like pivoting. So you're moving in one direction, getting data, and then pivoting. You
Mm.
realize that you should change your direction. And our pivoting was that firstly we thought that this solution will be for our like clients restaurants to save waiters time, like save money, like increasing turnover of the table, because you can serve more
Nice
clients
points.
through the application. Then we thought that we can increase average check by suggestion some add-ons while a person orders something, like in Uber Eats, for example,
Mm.
something by this and this and this. And all these value propositions didn't work because restaurant owners wasn't interested in it. Then we tried another direction. We understood that our application is a good marketing tool because we can collect data of what people like, what people don't like. We can collect feedback. We can then promote them something through our application with some push-ups or whatever. And this worked a bit better. But anyway, we were struggling with getting to our client and to convince our client that they should use our application. And one of the points was that our application was too complex because we had a special tablet for waiters with a plan of the
Ah,
room. It looked awesome on the paper, but in reality,
definitely. Yeah.
yes. But in reality, it means that business owners should spend money on teaching their staff how to use it, and they will do mistakes and they will lose money. And then we did one more pivot, and I said, okay, all products that we built is not gonna work. So I started to think which minimum we could do to implement the idea. So that's actually one of the main points you should do while you thinking about your MVP. And then I
Mm.
realized that I can remove completely the whole product and leave only two parts. The first one
Wow.
is a simple page for a guest that sees after scanning the QR code. And there are a few buttons that we can easily manage. We didn't even do any back office. We did everything directly from the database. And like we can configure each buttons for any restaurant independently. Like for example, like bring me a bill. I would like to take an order. I need some help. Also a button to open a PDF menu, not an extended menu like in Uber Eats with a card, just a PDF menu. And then
Ah,
when
okay.
people clicks, we simply connect it with a Telegram messenger for waiter, and
Mm.
they receive a simple message like table number X, this action, and that's it. And my friend and CTO did this application during one evening while drinking a beer. You know,
Wow,
no for
incredible.
months,
Super
no for
fast.
months, no for months. So and
Ah,
after that, we managed to get our first client, but it didn't help our startup anyway to be alive because we, as I said previously, lost motivation. It was almost a year we tried this idea. I decided to fully focus on my agency and with my CTO partner, and our third partner decided to run his own business. So that's why you should not repeat mistakes of other people like me, and do it fast and cheap. But
yeah,
yeah,
nice one.
anyway, it
And
was a
before.
great journey. I learned a lot. I met a lot of new people, and yeah, I'm here just because of that experience too. So this is how your mindset looks like.
Nice. So this is the validation of the MVP finally of the whole journey. And as you described it, it's pivoting in the end towards
Yes,
success.
yes, yes,
So yeah, once you hit a
yeah,
wall, you find a way on how to get around it until
yeah,
finally, that's quite interesting. You found a quite simple solution, right? So this is quite the fun fact that when
yeah,
you
yeah,
found it out that two things are so essential, and then also the time you needed to actually develop it was super short.
yeah.
So Surprising
I
in the
was,
end.
I was laughing. I was laughing when I realized what happened, actually, because it's so funny. And by the way, these mistakes that I mentioned while telling you my story, they are the most common mistakes which I face when I discuss projects with my clients in my agency. Because a lot of people come to me and say, "Okay, Yuri, we need to build this application. It will looks like this, and this. We will have this user flow, blah blah blah. It will be amazing. It's unique idea, and etc." First of all, when someone tells you that this is a unique idea, they simply
Ding,
lie to
ding.
you. Yeah,
Alarm
this
bells ring.
or to themselves. And the second thing that what I do in these situations, I say, okay, that's cool, but let's hold on for a sec and inspect everything from high level and try to understand the high picture. Why we're here? Which problem we're gonna solve? And no one already told me it like instantly. They people don't know the answer, or they need a few minutes to think about it. Like, if you're trying to run your business, you should directly know which problem you're gonna solve.
Nice one. And into this direction, you also would like to go next, like helping businesses to, strategically, tackle this problem. Or what are your next steps for yourself with, your business activity?
I really like to surround myself with passionate people who are ambitious and who wants to achieve something. And I believe that we can collaborate with each other time to time in really surprised ways. And I always open for people who want to run their own business. So if you who watch this video have a full-time job and you have time, passion, and energy to try something, you can jump on a call with me. I'm sure that Belinda will add this QR code at the end. And
Nice.
we will discuss your case. I will try to advise you something, or we can plan something. That's totally free. So feel free. And I'm waiting for you. And also scan QR code, Belly's QR code, because she's a cool mental trainer, and she helps to build you a focus and motivation while you will have your full-time job and trying to run your own business. I was there, and I understand that you should be really focused to what you want to achieve it.
Yeah, because time is limited, right? So we need to see how to get things done in the end. And as you say, once it's done correctly, it doesn't take a lot of time. But you need to find your resources, right, to put it into practice. Awesome. One last sentence to the audience, Yuri. What would you say is your final motto or slogan for the audience today?
Yeah, I would say that remember that your life is an adventure, and you never knows where you end up with. So enjoy your journey, enjoy the process, surround yourself with good people. You have similar values, and I don't know, be brave, be creative. People like this, move the world, and join them. Thank you a lot for attention, and I hope you enjoy this video and you will find it useful.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the journey and see you next time. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.